Renegade Platinum is one of the most played ROM hacks, obviously made by Draiano. It's a modified version of Pokemon Platinum, and the changes in this game are quite nice. You get access to all the starters in the early game, many gift Pokemon, 1 TM equals normally 99 usages, which means you can use them indefinitely. Honey trees are instant, stat, type, ability and move changes on different Pokemon, harder trainer and boss battles, and even the plot got some small changes. Obviously, this doesn't negate the fact that I really hate Gen 4 for its really slow gameplay, but apart from that, it is a really enjoyable game. So today we are trying to beat Pokemon Renegade Platinum with the following hardcore Nuzlocke rules. No items in battle, first Pokemon per route can be caught, give Pokemon Con as an extra, if a Pokemon faints you can't use it anymore, can't overlevel the gym leader's ace Pokemon, and we're playing on set mode. Oh, and trust me, the visuals of the video will be bad in a few minutes. At the beginning, we already have to decide which Pokemon will hopefully be our partner in crime until the end. Even though Gymshark gets Iron Fist, I decided to go for Turtwig, and the reason is quite simple, it's tanky and gets channel armor. So that's definitely a plus. On the lake variety, we definitely didn't meet a guy that doesn't look like he will be trouble in the near future. Right? Afterwards, we also get an Eevee from our mother. Not gonna lie, I can't wait to use my little boy. We also catch a Bidoof and a Starly. Oh yeah, like I mentioned before, we get all the starters. So we also got a Chimchar with Iron Fist and a Piplup with Vital Spirit. You also have to fight Dawn, but that battle is rather boring, so nothing to say about that. Afterwards, we catch a Sandshrew, Bidoof and a Wooper. Obviously, we have to fight Barry here. First, we defeated Starly with 2 expert belt boosted rock tombs. Next is his Munchlax. Yeah, this thing completely walls me. We try to set up Curse on Turtwig, but we needed special damage with Absorb, so we cannot heal this damage. Luckily, Razor Leaf crits and defeats it. Last is his Chimchar, so we send a Bidoof deal chip damage, but before it dies, we switch back into our Starly. We put Chimchar into Blaze range, but its berry saves us from being dead to crit here. Next Eevee, Comet puts it into the red, but it survives in just 1 HP. But luckily, after 2 quick attacks, it's done. Abra decides to TP away. So, fuck this thing. Luckily, Geodude wants to be with us. We also got a Ponyta, a gifted Beldum from Steven himself, and an Aron. After giving us a chance, we decided to go for the Waterstone from Rock. But before we fight him, we caught a Finion. I feel like this thing has Water Pulse. Okay, I could just switch through the same thing, right? Oh god. And Absorb into crit. I just want to state that. Absorb into crit. Oh fucking course, man. Yeah, that's that. Rock is next. We lead with a taunt into his nose pass. After Rock smashing it 2 times, it finally goes down. Then he goes for Geodude, where we switch into our Turtwig. We don't die to a Fire Punch, so Bullet Seed seals the deal. Next is his Onix. We are sadly too slow, so we have to switch into our Water Star. Now we are dead to the highest crit roll, but don't get crit. Water Pulse defeats the Onix and Rogue goes for his Granados, his biggest threat. We switch into Umbreon. We cover to get its Citrus Berry, while we tank another Thunder Punch. We are now trying to go for Flinch Luck, but Granados has our plans. We are never dead to crits. And I was right. Now that both mons are parrot, we switch into Bibarel, while Granados gets luckily parrot. We then go for Aqua Jet and Oko it. Finally is this thing done. Next is Bonsley. We stay in and go for Water Pulse. It's not enough, but Rock throws with Stealth Rock. We go for another Water Pulse and it finally goes down. Last is his Larvitar, but 1 Water Pulse is enough to one-shot this thing and gives us the chance to finally get our first batch with no deaths. After getting the first batch, we get the Hoenn stars in Orberg City and the Kanto stars in Jubilife City. Then the Professor and Dawn need our help. I don't know who those guys were, but they look really bad in their uniform. In Floroma Town, we can finally get the Johto starters, and then we call a Pachirisu and a Hoppip. After the little girl asked us to help rescue her father and demolish 3 galactic runs, we get one of the most insane encounters in this game, a Schumish. Anyway, it's time to help her father by defeating Mars. God, I wish she would step on me. She leads with Zubat, so Steven makes a short process with Zen Headbutt. Next is her Acemon Perugly. It gets completely walled by Geodude, So after a little while, we managed to defeat it. Bronzor comes in next, where we switch into Umbreon. But we get confused, so we pivot back into Gold. We go for a hard Flame Wheel, while Mars goes for Exosensory. Afterwards, another Flame Wheel makes Molten Iron. Last is here Yanma, where we are sadly dead to crit, so we switch into Pachirisu and tank the resisted air color. After one shockwave and a quick attack crit, we defeat Mars and save the Windmill Park. I love how Drayano fixed the cringe HM slave shit. Instead of leaving the cuttable trees there, he simply puts NPCs at the place and won't let you through because of angry Beedrills. Like, what the fuck? Beedrills. In Eternal Forest, we have to face Charo, but she wasn't a threat at all, so we helped her through the spooky forest and caught Paras and Ghastly. But how cursed are those NPCs? What the fuck? In Eternal City, we get all the fossils. I still don't know how to revive them, to be honest. A tour guide session from our favorite autistic Yellowhead and the HM1 for cut from our Mummy Cynthia. We also caught a Jingling, Poliwag, a Bronzor and a Snova. Oh, yeah. You have to meet Gardenia on the ice route and tell her to move her ass back to the gym before you can fight her. That's a really nice way from Drayano to give us an ice type this early in the game. I appreciate that. Even though she has the grass gym theme, I always wondered why it's so technically advanced, lol. Blossom is elite. We start with Cordyceps and hit a hard leech lab on her. Then we switch into Ivysaur while she goes for a super potion. We then hit a hard critical sludge. So next is her ace Roserade. We pivot into Metang and get hit with a strong magical leaf, but we retaliate with a Zen Headbutt. Yeah, I kinda forgot about the berry, so now we have to dodge a crit here. We stay in and destroy her ace with another Zen Headbutt. Never fucking punished. Next is Sharon. We switch into Combustion and Fire Punch. But before that, she gives us Sunny Day to definitely roast that flower. I would say that, but she has a Focus Sash, so a quick attack seals the deal. Her Growl comes in, so we switch back into Parasect. He goes to Seed Bomb, but we can't resist it. So Leech Life deals enough damage to heal us back to full. Another time, the same rotation, and it's done. Then Tangela comes in. We switch into Reds and get Parrot. Gen 4 is fun, by the way. We then get a Pete and Oko her with Sludge. Last is Breloom, where she goes for a mighty Mech Punch, but it's not enough. Another Sludge and a second batch is ours as well. This grunt can be actually scary, so be careful. Lydian is actually strong and is really buffed in this game. Yeah, we have to save Eternal City as well, so we have to defeat Jupiter. Can't she just step on me already? She leads with Golbat and Leech Lives us. We go for a Sun Headbutt, but don't quite get the kill. She switches to Sableye in and negates our Zen Headbutt. We switch into Umbreon and go for Confused Ray, while he goes for Shadow Claw, which also crits, by the way. Next, we Crunch and Sableye hits 7 Confusion. Then we Play Rough and it survives on 2 HP and hits us again with Shadow Claw. Another Play Rough sees Steel though. She switches back into Golbat, so we go back into Metang as well. It goes for Confuse Ray, but we hit the Zen Headbutt and smack the bat down. Next is her ace Skuntank, so we switch into Croconaw and get hit with a Night Slash. We switch into Chelsea and get hit with another Night Slash, while Bulls deals big damage. But Citrus heals here nearly back to full. Thank god AI switches into Tangela. So we send in Cordyceps. She Giga Drains and Sleep Powders us. Luckily, I'm an idiot and forgot to take off the Chester Berry from Parasect from the fight against Gardenia. We then hit 2 Leech Lives and bait Skuntank back in. Then we go into Umbreon and get crit. Next is Poison Jab, so we switch into Lairon and Ironhead. Luckily, she went for Torment and Ironhead into Rock Slide finally defeats this monster. Jupiter is down, we saved another Fala and also got a Porygon. We also got a Spoink, an Onix and a Static Gabite. Oh yeah, we now have to find and help this little child that wants to fight us. Oh well. I don't have time for that shit, so we just smack her and all her Pokemon to the ground and help this pathetic thing out of the cave. Now we can once again fight Dawn. but she also wasn't a real threat, so let's skip that as well. In this house, we get insane berries, but they are quite expensive, so that's pretty cringe. We also got a curly on that route. And before we can reach the next city, we have to fight Aaron? God fucking damn it. He leads with Dust Dogs, so we start with Stealth Rock while he hits a massive Bug Buzz. After getting hit with another one, we hit a Rock Tomb. We then switch into Quilava while AI gets Predicted. Then Substitute and Predicted Toxic. Now we can hit it hard with Flame Wheel and defeat it. Venomoth is next, but it doesn't matter. It hits us with a Sludge Bomb, but our Lava Plume makes a short process with it. Next is Beautiful Eye. It's really scary, especially with Focus Sash, but Lava Plume plus Stealth Rocks seal the deal. Scissor comes in, we are always at the Bullet Punch crit, so we sadly have to switch into Chameleon. Iron Head hits really hard, we try to go for Flamethrower, and get X Scissor crit. I personally don't care, fuck Charizard enjoyers. We send in Fisting, and Flame Wheel gets the Retaliate kill. Last is Drapion, so we switch into Torterra, but he goes for Sword Stance. We try to go for EQ, but he Spot Stance again, but we hit the high roll and killed it. Thank fucking god, we would have wiped here otherwise probably. Before I can compete in the next gym, we have to talk with our mother about contests. Ugh. Fontina, the ghost gym leader. Yeah, she's kind of a joke. Why? The Renegade is a water dark type in this game. Her lead is a Drifblim, which normally goes for setting up core mines, and then baton passes into another mon. The problem with that is the Renegade learns Sword Stance and Agility. While she tries to set up another mon, we simply get +2 on our speed and attack stat and completely sweep her. So that's that. 3 badges down. We go straight into the next battle. Okay, not really. Barry is not a threat. We gotta be fair though. At the current level cap, most of our mons are already max evolved, so obviously it will be easier for us. Afterwards, we get a Meowth and get told off by this policeman, because Team Galactic is doing nasty stuff once again. So we kindly defeat all of them holding the Wolfman hostage. But then Saturn comes in and forces him to 2v2 us with Barry. I swear, this battle was really scary. I thought we could just stall him out, but our rival tried its best to make it a 2v1 ASAP. Talking about this fight is one of the few times of this run that gave me actual anxiety. So let's cut the shit and simply accept that we lost a Pokemon, but luckily managed to defeat it somehow. As a thank you gift, we were allowed to catch a Pikachu and got a Manafiag. We also tried to catch a Spiritomb, but it refused. Well, at least we got the Duskull. In Pastoria City's Solaceon runes, I have no idea how to pronounce it, after landing this hike at the Defog HM, he gives us a Choice Scarf, which increases our speed stat but locks us into the first move we are using until we switch out. We also get a Pinsir and we're able to find the Life Orb, which gives us increased damage for sacrificing 1/16 of our HP for every attack. Apart from that, nothing interesting happens until we reach Wasteland City. This is a gold mine. We have access to the shopping center and arcade. So now we can get different berries, finally the EV Vitamins, all the evolution stones in the game, and the TM Earthquake from E4 Burfer. And in the arcade, we now can get insane items like Toxic Orb, Focus Sash, Light Clay, or Leftovers. Afterwards, there's right now not much else to do besides taking on Maylene. Now, it's time to show you one of the few sweepers in this game. Let me introduce you to Breloom, the Slaughterer. See, Breloom got the ability Poison Heal, which means it heals itself instead of taking damage if it's poisoned. So we pre-poison our Breloom with the before acquired Poison Orb. Next, we let it hold a Life Orb, which, as mentioned before, increases the damage we are dealing but lowers our HP for each attack. But that is obviously not enough to make it a sweeping monster. The reason why Breloom in this situation works is because of its hasty nature, which gives it a plus speed. Because of that, it is capable of outspeeding an insane amount of lead Pokemon in various boss fights in this game. So the strategy is normally as follows. First, we Spore. Second, we Substitute. Then repeat this process until the enemy sleeps and we are sub. Then we start hitting the enemy with Drain Punch or Seed Bomb. This is nearly a foolproof strategy. The only counter would be a Lamo Chesterberry, an ability, or if it's faster than Breloom. In that case, it's necessary to be substituted while the AI switches the faster one in. The AI procs normally the sub, so we just spore, go with sub and hope it's not a 2-turn wake up. That's the entire strategy and it works insanely well in this game. So that's how we swept Melin and got the 4th badge with 0 deaths. Afterwards we call Hippopotas, Spoink, Girafferic and a Gastrodon. We try to get some encounters in the Great Marsh. Please? God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it, man. I can't, man, I fucking can't. I swear to god, I can't get a single Pokemon here, can I? I swear to god, if I get this... I wanna punch a hole into my screen, not gonna lie. We also have a move tutor in the city. Then we call a Magikarp and a Grimer. Before we can fight Wake, we have to find him. Obviously, the easy way is blocked, so we have to fight our way through to him. Then we try to reach his gym, but Barry gets in our way. As always, it's a boring fight. He isn't a threat whatsoever. I rather would fight his mom. Wake has Perma-Rain, so he obviously has an advantage with his team. That's what I would say, but Breloom gives literally 0 fucks and makes us some nice fish fillet. I tried to be funny, but forgot the Sharpedo has Focus Sash and gets Speed Boost, but who cares? Abamos now Seed Bombs it and floats his ass, gets spanked by Umbreon, 4 badges down. But soon after, Team Galactic makes some 9/11 shit. We try to follow him, but we don't get much information from him. Oh my god, hi mommy! Hi Sim! I'm sorry. We then cure those Psyducks with Cynthia's help and do another favor for her. Maybe then she will acknowledge me. Well, it's time for round 210's Bloodbath. I kinda forgot to take a Victory Bell counter for the Ace Trainer double battle with me. Yeah, we only nearly wiped, but it's fine, right? Before we can reach our next target, we have to fight Dawn. She leads with an Alakazam, which gets OHKO'd by our Fly. Her Mamoswine gets stolen out by our Umbreon with Leftovers, Substitute, Toxic and Moonlight. Clefable gets walled by our Blastoise. We sack Lumineon to the Empoleon and defeat with close combat, but we also do the same with her Lopunny. Last is Flareon, but it's no match for our Blastoise. 1 Volpulse and the victory is ours. Afterwards, we are talking to this old lady and hush this pothead away. While she was telling us about Sinnoh's past, this blue-haired guy runs into us and demands a battle. He leads with Crobat, gets completely demolished by our Empoleon though, but then there's the Magnet Zone. It has Magnet Pull! He went for Mirror Coat! What?! Wait, no, we actually is still out of here. He goes again for Mirror Coat. What? Wait, what? Huh? How are we faster? He went again for Mirror Coat. Please! It's a roll! You can do it! Please! Empoleon. You're a fucking meme. What?! I wanna deep throat this thing. What the fuck?! Yeah, I don't know what the Ren Plaid AI was smoking at that point. Afterwards, Aggron lays Stealth Rocks and goes for Ironhead against Hansgrohe. Gyarados then manages to defeat it with Ice Fang. Last is his Weavile, where we switch into Blaziken, dodge a crit and Blaze Kick combined with Stealth Rock, defeat the Sashed Weavile. Afterwards, for our work, we get rewarded with the HM Surf. I would still prefer Cynthia giving me help. Before we can try to acquire the next gym badge, we are forced by this policeman to go to the Park of Friendship, or whatever this shitty place is called, where you can only send 6 Pokemon per day from one of your old games to Pokemon Platinum. We then meet Professor Oak, and afterwards the game forces us to fight the future Unova's Elite Four member Caitlin's servant. Fungus defeats Galate, but loses its sub before defeating Staraptor because it was a 2-turn wake up. We switch into Pachirisu and it dies to recoil. Metagross gets burned alive to Flamethrower, Empoleon to swamp its EQ, then we destroy Alakazam for our Persian's Technician boosted Fake Out into Night Slash. His last Pokemon is an Entei. EK vibes by the way, but this one is easier to handle. We send in Blastoise, dodge 1 crit and defeat it with 2 Drizzle boosted Water Pulses. After our win, Caitlyn gets a mental breakdown where we get tea as an apology. Luckily the policeman took it to let us through. Oh, there is also a Barry fight, but he is as always not that much of a threat. Then the next gym leader forces us to go into the mine and do stuff. We can't do that yet though because Riley blocks our way. After showing him that he is the sidekick and we are the main protagonist, we then smash the galactic runs, so he thanks us with the HM strength. Now we can fight Byron, and I would say it's a fight, but Breloom does his thing and earns us the badge with literally 0 effort, 0 deaths, and makes him look like a tutorial. We got raided in the fight, so we had to do some push-ups. You know, like 1 follow equals normally 10 push-ups, so yeah. Oh yeah, that's a protein shake and an apple on my desk. Sup ladies. Please don't kill me, Laura. Afterwards, we get a news flash that Team Galactic is bombing the Lake of Valor. So we head straight there, crunch Alakazam, Shadow Sneak the Bronzong, burn the Toxicroak alive, Energy Ball, both Octillery and Rhydon. Saturn cries like a little baby and tells us then we have to go back to our roots. So Dawn gets fucked by Mars. No pun intended. Means we use the Megazone as a sweeper in this fight and solo Mars for retaliate. Then she tells us we have to go back to the snowy parts of Sinnoh. We finally reach Snow Point City, but are greeted with some earthquakes. We then have to battle those ace trainers, and not gonna lie, they can be scary, but Fungus is always our MVP, so it's a dub. Then we make a freezer, help those gym leaders to keep their Regigigas sealed. Next gym is the 7th. Wow. We actually just got shield coded! Now it's time to face Can This Fit in Your... We lead with Pure Force. We need to get rid of the haters, so we go for Sunny Day. We survive the blizzard and switch into Unknown to sack it. Then we switch into Blaziken and kill a Bomber Snow. We superpower the Wall Rain, but it survives because the calcs didn't show me its worst Choppleberry. Hahaha, fuck this game. But it just goes for Ocarang. We then go for Double Kick, and afterwards Mamoswine goes down to superpower as well. Now, Weavile is a problem. It has Focus Sash, which works different in Gen 4, so even a double kick, which would normally kill because it's a 2 times hit move, it still doesn't kill because it's 1 single move. So after some numbers checking, I decided to do this. We switch into Grumpig and get hit with Aerolace, but because we are holding an Enigma Berry, Weavile gets damaged. So we sack it, switch in Blaziken, and after Protect, we outspeed and kill it. Well, now we face Glaceon. It holds a Bright Powder, which gives it a 10% chance to avoid a move. So Blaziken goes with Superpower and misses. Yeah, sadly there's nothing we can do against that. Luckily, Infernip isn't a bitch and CCs the Glaceon down. Frostless gets Fire Punched and secures us the 7th badge with 3 deaths. We can take a break though, because now we have to go save Barry from Jupiter. She then tells us we have to go back to the HQ from Team Galactic, and while we're there we have to listen to Cyrus's course. Kinda reminds me of Donald Trump and that one Austrian guy though. Now we have to face Cyrus. Crobat gets frozen, Houndoom fisted and Honchkrow lightning struck. I mean, we are Focus Sash, that's fine, right? What?! Wait. Well, I didn't take account for that, I guess. Plus, also... Let's not talk about it, as the Crash has always a higher damage outputs than Crunch, but it also randomly went for that. Crunch, man. Oh, fucking course. Would be nice if you crit or confuse or something like that. Show me the Aerolace. Just do it. I know it will happen. Like... crunch. Just don't hero critters, please. Don't do it. Thank you. And Mach Punch always kills. Last is Magnezone and it gets smashed by Earthquake. We then acquire the Master Ball, but straight afterwards, Saturn is next. Bronzong gets burned alive, Octillery dies to Energy Ball, Steelix gets EQ'd, Magmortar gets drowned. Afterwards, we sack Girafarig to Rhyperior Stone Edge, we then suck it off with Sceptile, Energy Ball the Alakazam, and survive the Dazzling Gleam with Focus Sash, and another Energy Ball and Saturn as well. After releasing the 3 Sea Spirits, we head to Sky Pillar. Now we have to face the hardest battle in the game. The 12v12 with Barry against Jupiter and Mars. Which is, by the way, probably one of the biggest reasons for a wipe in this game. The Crobats start with Torment into double team. Staraptor misses the Brave Bird and we Stealth Rock. Crobat then goes for a Brave Bird which nearly kills the Raptor and the other Crobat goes for another double team. Then Staraptor hits the Brave Bird which then OHKOs it and the Crobat out. We then hit the Rock Clamp and deal big damage. Then Electivire and Snorlax come in. Jupiter switches into Gastrodon while we send Dusknoir in to dodge the potential cross chop, but nah, never mind. Snorlax is just a better target, I guess. Next is Azumarill, where Electivire T-punches and Azumarill literally survives on 1 HP. And with big play rough, then kills the Electivire and itself as well. Earth Power hits Dusknoir and our plant Will-O-Wisp goes onto the Gastrodon. Next in are Yanmega and Breloom. Yanmega hits the Hurricane and nearly defeats Breloom, but Rock Tomb kills it. Gastrodon's Ice Beam kills Breloom and Will-O-Wisp once again doesn't hit the right target. Next is Kangaskhan with Scrappy and Heracross. We get faked out and Heracross decides to attack the useless side. Fuck you, Barry. Next in is Sableye. Sableye fake outs Heracross and we have to stay in for the crunch. Then we Will-O-Wisp the Sableye and cripple Jupiter completely. We then switch on Donphan, tank the crunch, and luckily Heracross goes for close combat on Kangaskhan to defeat it. Bronzong is next. Heracross misses the Mega Horn and gets weakly hit by Sand Headbutt. We then Rock Smash the Bronzong and drop its defense. Another Sand Headbutt defeats Heracross though. Next is our rival Starla. He then OHKOs Bronzong with Flare Blitz, while Sableye attacks with Sand Headbutt and procs Citrus Berry. Next is Mars Ace, Paragly. It fakes out Infernape and Sableye Sucker Punches Donphan. Our Rock Smash deals insane damage though, but procs Citrus Berry as well. Another Flare Blitz nearly kills the Paragly, but the burn comes a clutch. While it parries us with Body Slam and Donphan gets Shadow Claw as well, before it defeats the cat. Then we switch on Togekiss, while Flare Blitz nearly kills Sableye, where it gets taken out. Now it's a 1v1. Our Moonblast then kills the Sableye and next in is Jupiter's Crobat. We switch onto Donphan and take the Sludge Bomb easily. One Ice Shot is enough to take the bat down. Next is Tangrowth, where we switch into the resisted Giga Drain. Then we Air Slash the Tangrowth and make some Noodle Pasta. Next is our own Bronzong, where we switch into Donphan and get hit hard. Then we switch into Dusknoir to bait the Grass Knot. Now we again have to switch into Kingdra and get hit with Psychic. Now we can surf and deal some damage and get hit with another time by Psychic. Everything is prepared, so we can send our Sweeper Blastoise. Psychic hits hard, but that's fine. With Drill setup and Choice Specs, Water Spout can take out the Bronzong with ease. Last is a Skuntank, but it also goes down to the probably strongest damaging water move, Water Spout. Well, we won. Finally, Barry heals us and fucks off. No, really, fuck this guy. Can't think of a worse NPC buddy. Now, Cyrus is summoning the 2 gods, Dialga and Palkia, but the 3 lake spirits have other plans because they summon this thing as well. Before Cyrus knows what happens, he gets sucked into this black hole thing. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Buddy sleeps tonight. Get fought then, Stone. I won't lose. Not to that shadowy Pokemon. Not in any Worthless world. Not with Dialga and Palkia's power. Not to you. Wait. Here's Dialga and Palkia? Joke's on you, Eddie. I already knew that. So, please, for the love of God, there are 14 rolls and a potential to crit. You need to hit this, please. Okay, that kind of hurt, what the fuck. And close combat should be always a kill on the Dialga. Thank fucking God. And that's Saras. Nah, I'm joking. He has obviously a real team. Saras leads with Crobat, which gets destroyed by Steelix Rock Climb. Houndoom gets EQ'd, Gyarados slugged by Lightning with T-Bolt, Togekiss Moonblast the Hunchcrow, Magnuson gets EQ'd by Doterra, and Weavile gets smacked with Rock Climb as well. Not gonna fucking lie, Saras is a joke in comparison to the 12v12 battle. Now, after saving the world, Saras can't accept this and goes back into the Bizarre world. Giratina wants to fight us as well, so we give it a chance and throw a quick ball. It doesn't want to stay in, so we catch Hades with a Master Ball. Afterwards, Cynthia and I, finally we can have some alone time, leave this place and come back to the reroll. Now, we have a little skip, nothing interesting happens in between, so we jump straight to the last gym battle. As per usual, Breloom does Breloom stuff. It literally souls Faulkner. No questions asked, 8 batches down, and we won. Now, the victory roll is scary. You actually have to prepare for every single battle, at least that's what I would suggest you to do. I mean, you don't have to, if you're into wiping of course. Yeah, that's that. Anyway, we can't get to the 4 yet because we have to go to route 224 before. So we have to fight Marley. Starmie gets Night Slashed, Arcanine surfed, Steelix gets Rock Climbed, Weavile gets hit with a massive Mach Punch, Electrode gets EQ'd, and Sceptile Moonblasted. GG easy, never punished, L ratio, no bitches, or no guys, whatever. I don't know what I just said here. You can also dodge a big amount of trainers in here, so that's nice. Now, we dodge literally every single trainer on our way to our second last rival trainer fight. Yeah, you can actually do that. Thank you for that, Pokemon. It's time, Dawn. One last time. Alakazam gets Night Slashed. Lopunny has Focus Sash, I fucking forgot, and we sack Starmie. Weavile goes for Night Slash, I forgot Potion exists. So now we are kind of fucked. Infernape's Focus Sash is broken, but Close Combat is better. Now, for whatever reason, AI gets a stroke and wants to BCC down. So, Mamoswine and Napoleon go down. Clefable gets in and Mug fucks the Clefable to its desired end. Flareon is last and Donphan destructs it with EQ. Well, that's that. Pokemon League, we finally did it, boys. Is there like Pokemon or something? I don't know, would be cool. Okay, we did it, guys, we fucking did it. Now, for our last battle before the E4. This guy, normally I wouldn't show you how hard I destroyed him, but after the shit he decided to do while the world nearly got destroyed, I think it's okay to demonstrate the sheer uselessness of this guy. Yeah, okay, I'm done. That's enough ranting. Okay, our first mon for the E4 is Yuxi. It has insane accessibility for moves like Stealth Rock, Light Screen, Reflect, U-Turn and other supportive moves. Even though you all know I hate damage reducing moves, because crits can always happen, I think this is sadly the best thing we can do. It also gets the Fairy Psychic typing, which is obviously not bad. It also is bulky, so we can definitely do stuff with it. Next is Garchomp. Who would have thought? Stab, EQ and Dragon Claw. With Sword Stance and Extreme Speed, this thing is more deadly than me when some drunk guy starts talking to my girlfriend. Next is, as teased in the early game, Manaphy. It gets Tail Glow, which is really insane. With this move and Single Beam, Surf and Ice Beam, this thing can one-shot you faster than me when I see an ADC in League while playing Renegade. Gyarados, another monster in the team. With Substitute, Waterfall, Crunch, Dragon Dance and potentially Q, can do mad shit and sweeps you faster than a castle in a level 16. Not only is its tapping really good for pivoting and baiting moves, it has also a great coverage spread. Next is our god and MVP, Breloom. We all know what Breloom is capable of, but there's another reason why we take him with us. See, Manaphy, Garchomp and Gyarados are all capable of soloing at least one E4 member with the right setup, but Breloom stabilizes everything. Why do you ask? Breloom, Yuxi and Togekiss are capable of defeating Cynthia without the other three. So even if we lose all our sweepers, we can still win because of that. I mean, obviously there's always a catch, don't get me wrong, I like a Renegade Platinum, but really Drayano? 4 different teams for each E4 member and Cynthia as well? Bro, that's literally 24 teams to prepare for. How am I supposed to do that? Like, am I looking this good at this game? Bro, what the fuck? I nearly wiped to a trainer in the early game. What are you... Anyways, last is Togekiss. We don't really need Togekiss for D4. It's literally here to secure a win against Cynthia, if shit hits the fan obviously. With Serene Grace, Bright Power and Air Slash plus Moonblast, this thing can do definitely mad work. Obviously, flying and Fairy type is also really helpful. So yeah, that's our E4 team. So let's find out if we can beat Renegade Platinum with half Nuzlocke rules with this team. Schusta, you made it. Welcome to the Pokemon League. As I said before, I love bug Pokemon. They are nasty mean, but beautiful. Would you like to know why I take on challenges here? It's because I want to become perfect, just like with bug Pokemon. Okay, let me take you on. Show me how I've grown. He leads with Yanmega and goes for Protect. We then go for Light Screen to lower his damage output. Next is Hurricane, which luckily doesn't confuse, so we go for Stealth Rock. Next, we miss U-turn because of Protect. Then we U-turn again and Aaron randomly switches Scizor in. That's really bad. We then switch in Gyarados, where he switches again to Heracross while we substitute. Now, I have a plan. He is Joy Scarfed, so we go for Dragon Dance and then spam Substitute until he runs out of Stone Edge or he misses. This only works though if he has only 5 PP. We are now too low to use any more substitutes, so we switch into Yuxi. And he struggles. We go for Reflect and afterwards switch into Manaphy. He struggles again and my prediction is he will heal. So we go for Tail Glow and Aaron heals. We now can set up to +6 with Tail Glow while Heracross tries to deal damage with Struggle. But that doesn't matter. At this point we can now sweep him with Manaphy and take down the first E4 member. I will now concede defeat. But I think you came to see how great Pokemon are. I hope you realized what you are going to battle is and fuck you, Aaron. Well, you finally made it here. You are definitely something, youngster. Well, will you show this old lady how much you have learned? Oh god, that sounds so weird. God fucking damn it. Next is Bertha. She sends in her Hippowdon, while we go for Yuxi again. We start with Reflect, while she goes for Stealth Rock. Next, we use Stealth Rock as well, while Hippowdon crunches us. Then, we U-turn and send in Garchomp. We might have an advantage with Sandvale, but I don't expect it to be honest. Now, we have to start using Sword Stance. But if we get crit with Earthquake, well, that would be really bad. We go for another Sword Stance and luckily she doesn't crit. Now, it's the same thing again. We sweep her on the floor with Garchomp, and that's another E4 member down. Well, dear child, I must say that was most impressive. Your Pokemon review and added the best to you under the wind. Even though I've lost, I feel myself finding blood. Man, I can't talk faster, I'm sorry. I'm not Eminem. You're quite something, youngster. I like how you and your Pokemon earned the win by working as one. That's what makes you so strong. Ha ha ha. I think that you can go as far as you want. Well, that's fucking true, girl. Yo, trainer, you had me counting days on my fingers waiting for you to come. I heard from Volkner what you did in Sunny Shore. You managed to light a fire in the guy's heart again. How could you not expect me to look forward to seeing you battle? You are facing a fighter Pokemon user with me. Let Flint see how hot your spirit burns. Next is Flint. He actually uses his most scary team with the Rapidash lead. He goes for Flare Bliss, while we set up a Reflect. Next, he Sunny Days and we go for Stealth Rock. Now, we have to switch into Garchomp and we can't get burned because of the Lumberry though. With this Sword Stance we should be fine. Oh. Well, that's not pretty cringe for us. The low pun is not a problem, right? Wait, this low pun doesn't know Fake God. Yeah, that's good for us, not gonna lie. Well, that was kinda close. Garchomp now sweeps Flint as well, so that's another round of demolishing one of the best trainers in the Sinnoh region. But I didn't expect you to win it, never even considered it. I'm blown away with the stuff you... Man. Nearly. Phew, burn right down to the cinders. Ah, you tend your rival well. I've just finished reading a book, you see. You are the trainer I met in Soloxion, are you not? You must have become an outstanding trainer to get this far. They say I'm the toughest of the E4. I'm afraid I will have to go all out against you to live up to that reputation. Man, people that read are so disgusting. Like, they are always thinking they are better than us, right? Lucian leads with Focus Dash Alakazam. Yuxi starts with Light Screen, while he tries to predict us with Counter. Next, we Thunder Wave and he counters again. Then we Stealth Rock while he T-Waves us as well. Now we U-turn and switch into Guard Jump, because Guard Jump shouldn't die to this for us. Yeah. Guard Jump should be fine here. So we did that because we can sack Guard Jump if it's needed. Then we send in Gyarados and get hit with Aura Sphere. Next we substitute and start with setting up of Dragon Dancers. And after that, as we have seen before, sweep the entire team from the so-called strongest E4 member. Let's see. You're getting past the free with... God fucking damn it. Congratulations! You have now beaten the Elite Four. However, doesn't mean you are done with the Pokemon League. There remains the champion. I should warn you, the champion is far stronger than the Elite Four. Now go on, step through the doorway to your final battle. Let's get into the final battle of our Renegade Platinum Hardcore Nuzlocke. Have you been keeping well? Thank you for Mount Coronet and for Distortion World. I'm truly grateful. Together, you and your Pokemon overcame all the challenges you faced, however difficult. It means that you have triumphed over any personal weaknesses too. The power you learned. I can feel it emanating from you. But that's enough talk. Let's get on with you over here. As the Pokemon League champion, I accept the challenge. God, why am I getting goosebumps? Our Mami Cynthia leads with Milotic. We go for Light Screen, but Milo copies us. Then we go for T-Wave and Milo uses Scald. Next we Stealth Rock where she again Scalds and this time also burns us. Then we U-turn into Gyarados. Now she again goes for Scald that crits and burns us as well. But we're prepared and have a Lumberry equipped. Now we substitute while Milo hits a really weak Ice Beam. Then we Dragon Dance and Milo gets parried. Dragon Dance again, where Milo gets again parried. We D-Dance for a third time and Milo again gets parried. What the fuck? We D-Dance one last time, but then she just set up Light Screen. Well, that's that. With +4, none of the Pokemon can handle Gyarados anymore. So with that, we now defeated Cynthia and became Sinnoh's new champion. I'm not even trying to read it, to be honest. That's how I bet Pokemon Renegade Platinum with Hardcore Nuzlocke rules. At the end it became a bit boring because we were able to set up, so it's kinda easy. But I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Make sure to subscribe and check out my Twitch, it's linked in the description. See you guys next time, bye bye. Oh, and you can also check out one of the other videos I've been uploading in the last few months.